Hey guys, so today I want to compare the Galaxy S4 Mini versus the Galaxy Note 2 in a browser video. So I did see that there's a lot of people that seems to be having an interest in doing comparison like this, and of course I'll be doing probably more videos to come. All are being comparing the browser in the S4 Mini versus a bunch of other high-end smartphones. So the first thing I can say about the display here, the first thing that we do see here, because that's what we're going to see in the browser, is that it really stands out here or compared to the Galaxy Note 2. It has this kind of like even more vibrant display, even more colorful display, just as the S4 has compared to the last generation high-end smartphones. You can really see that it do shines out and it really stands out here. Which is quite nice. The AMOLED display though on the Note 2 is still a magical display and awesome display. So I thought we can pop up here. Of course, also this phone is more like a mid-range device, while this one was a high-end smartphone from last year. So they do kind of have a lot of similarities, and they will definitely have that in terms of performance. This one, 1.7 gigahertz dual core, Adreno 300 GPU instead of the Mali 400 GPU that Samsung is using in the Note 2. And then a bunch of other things that I can go over in future videos. So the first thing we can see here is that when we pop up the browsers, so I'm pretty sure I have Android 4.1 Jelly Bean on the Galaxy Note 2, and with that the software looks a little bit different compared to what you do get in Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. And I've heard that the Galaxy Note 2 and the Galaxy S3 might make a jump from Android 4.1 Jelly Bean to immediately Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, because Samsung might want to skip Android 4.2 and just immediately jump over because everything's moving so quick in the Android world. But if you take a look here at the top, you can see some differences in how it looks like. You have more of like a darker blue color here in the S4 Mini. This one's a little bit more light color. But overall you have pretty much the same buttons here. You do have an RSS button here though. You don't get that over here. I'm not quite sure why. We can also see some other differences, like when I zoom in here on the Note 2, you can see that the bar at the top just disappears, a little bit random. I mean, in one way it's good that you get some extra space, but let's say you zoomed in and then when I type in the browser, then you have to like zoom out fully on the Note 2, which could be a little bit annoying. While on the S4 Mini, when you zoom in, it stays up there at the top. Sure, you get a little bit less browsing area, but when you zoom in and let's say you want to immediately go to another website, you just tap here. You don't have to zoom out again, which is quite a nice update. You can also see here one more time here against the color accuracy and everything. It looks a little bit more brighter here on the S4 Mini, if you do ask me. A little bit brighter, white looks a little bit more wider, and this one, almost white color, looks almost a little bit yellowish. It's not a big deal here. I mean, it's really not a big deal, but it's a little bit sharper, and you can definitely see that more in real life. Also, you did see there the tab system. The tab system is a little bit different. In the Note 2, you have that kind of tab system, which I always hated because it's weird. It feels a little bit slow. Here on the S4 Mini, it's a little bit better that you can swipe to remove a page. Here you just have to tap like on that little button at the top, which is a little bit annoying. But it still looks a little bit outdated. I would love to prefer something more like that Chrome browser feeling. Also, you did see that when I was going in here, you have the incognito mode here. So if you want to search for porn, if you want to go into a mode where you don't save any history or anything, you just go into that incognito mode and you see that incognito logo there at the top. If you want to do the same thing here, on the S4 Mini, just go into incognito mode over here, and you can definitely immediately see if you are in incognito mode up here at the top, because it goes a little bit, the whole browser goes a little bit darker, which could be both good and bad, because when someone sees that you are now someone easily can see that you're in incognito mode, but of course they can also see it over here with that little logo there at the top. So if you want to exit out of it, I assume that you can just close the tab maybe. There we go, so you just close that tab if you want to exit out of that mode. So if we continue on here, also the S4 Mini doesn't actually come with all those features also that you do get in the Galaxy S4, the full-size Galaxy S4, like scrolling with your hand, making air views. It doesn't come also with features like scrolling with your eyes, and a bunch of other cool browser features that you do get in the S4, the full-size S4. You do have the feature though called Smart Stay, so as long as you're looking at the device, it will stay on. If you have a standby mode for that should, if you, let's say you want to have it to pop on 1 minute if you haven't been, or after 1 minute if you haven't been looking at the display, then of course that kind of works. Let's see, do we get that? We don't actually get that inside of the Note 2, that Smart Stay feature, but pretty much overall they're pretty much the same. So let's see here if we can go in and out here. You can also of course see here that it's a little bit better here when I zoom in. I don't have to stretch my fingers too much, while here it takes a little bit longer for it to react to the display. As you can see over here, it's a little bit slow reacting, so you can see here that I have to like go in and out multiple times. I can't just do it with one. You can see here that if I want to zoom in even more now, it's pretty hard. I have to redo it with my hands. Which could be a little bit annoying, but then of course also the display is bigger. They both have a kind of the same, I'm pretty sure the same, or the 720p resolution screen. You can see here when I go in and out over here. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same. I'm not sure. So if it's happening on something over here, connected to my Wi-Fi network. Let's first also try to zoom in here. Let's see how much we can zoom in. Kind of about the same, but you get a little bit bigger text here on the Note 2. So we probably won't notice that of a big difference in terms of speed. Now it did load up some different ads, of course. Let's try to double tap to zoom in. You can see how much more that you do see here on the Note 2, because it's a bigger phone, and we're currently waiting for the next generation Note coming out, hopefully in early September at the IFA event in like Berlin. So you can see here that you get a bunch of more text here that you do see at the bottom, and then of course we do have the S Pen, and I never actually use it that much inside of the browser, but you can use it, and if you want to take a picture of something or anything, if you want to cut something out. Let's see, didn't that work? There you go. So I can immediately cut something out here, or I can of course take a normal screenshot of the whole page, and then I could immediately draw on that, which is quite nice. I can change the pen size, the pen colors, and all those things. Now of course you can be even more creative with the S Pen. I mean, there's so much different uses for it. Of course, you have the eraser tool as well, so you can remove things you don't want, or you can just immediately go back over here. You probably have some even more features here inside of the S Pen, that if you people want me to compare it more with the S Pen, or just go more in depth with what you can do with the S Pen, please let me know about that, and I might be able to do some more videos how we can maximize that. So let's just try to tap on this. Oh yeah, I also want to check out the reading mode. I didn't actually do it right now. So just go back here, So if you're on an article and you just want to see the text and the images, you just tap here at the top on both devices. Reading mode here, of course we do have to zoom out to get the reading mode. And it will transform the whole page, remove all the ads and everything, and you just go into this very, very nice view. Okay, now it seems to be having some problems here on the Note 2. Not quite sure why that doesn't happen with the S4 Mini. The S4 Mini might be a little bit more stable. So you can also change the text size over here. There you go. So this was pretty interesting how it did format the... What? Why? It's pretty interesting because it doesn't seem to lose the connection, but for some weird reason, you probably have some more problems with the Note 2. Let's see here if we can connect. They might have updated some other things, some internal things inside of the S4 Mini. There you go. Oh my god. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so we can't check it out on the Note 2 because for some reason it doesn't want to work on the Note 2, but for some weird reason the Note 2 seems to be loading all the pages and everything fine. So can't be anything wrong with my connection, as you can clearly see. It loads everything fine, but for some reason reading mode. So yeah, you probably also get some software that's a little bit more optimized and it works a little bit more stable here on the S4 Mini, just as you did see over here. You can see how good the reading mode is if you just want to have the text and all of the images. If you want to share it, you can also do so down at the top there. Or you just also change the text if you want to have it bigger or smaller. So just quickly a video comparing the browser. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Have a good day.